Hello family, welcome back. I wanted to go over the famous historic footage of the firmament and just look at it more closely and try to turn the brightness as far up as we can, see what we can see, because I was doing that earlier and it always blows my mind. And so the firmament footage, if you're not familiar with it, it's something that we put out years ago. It was going mega viral and then it just got pulled from YouTube. YouTube's like, you know what, we're going to block this in all these different countries. So it was basically invisible except for in like 2 or 3 countries, and so it stopped getting views. It wouldn't play in America, and I was so confused as to why that happened because it had already gone viral. And come to find out, it was Nova, the company that had released the footage. And if you don't know who they are a part of PBS. They put a lot of their scientific stuff on PBS. I think they're like the main source of scientific information for PBS, and they have all their propaganda right here. You can see that. And you can probably hear the rain. I'm up in the office, and it is, ironically, we're going to be looking at a storm. It is storming. There's tornadoes everywhere right now. Pray for those people. But they have planet Earth, of course, space and flight, brainwashing. Just kidding. Evolution. Look at that. They've got a tab for evolution. And so it makes sense as to why they did what they did, because they eventually removed their historic footage of the firmament from YouTube. They had put it up there. The firmament stuff is getting spread far and wide. People are going back to the original footage to see if we've doctored it, and they're finding out, no, they actually did accidentally capture the firmament. And so they had to take it down. I'm sure they probably got a lot of pressure. And so I'm thankful that I thought way back when to download this footage, and I have the original footage saved to my computer. So I'm going to be breaking it down and looking at it. I know a lot of you can't do that now because the footage is gone from YouTube, except for in our videos where we've clipped segments of it. But essentially, the way they were able to do this is they went up above a storm. Okay, this is not something that everyone can do. You have to be in a plane, and they had to have really good camera equipment, stuff with a high frame rate or shutter speed, whatever you call it. And so these things are fast. That's why they have to have special cameras. And so as you can see, there's lightning above the plane already. They're going to fly above that. And so what you're seeing when they're looking up is not clouds. A lot of people claim it's clouds, but you can see there's the storm at about, I don't know, anywhere between 7 and 14 miles high. And you have their fancy equipment. They're going up. Real scientists, not knowing what they're about to film. They're indoctrinated too. They believe they're pointing it up towards deep space. But just giving you a little speedy run through of this stuff. So they're looking through the windows. They have everything darkened inside the plane so they can see what they're capturing. And we're going to bring you back to the iMovie studio where I mess around with this stuff and look at it. And so here's a clip. I have adjusted the brightness on. You can see what I've done. I've gone to the brightness. So have I doctored it? Well, kind of. I've adjusted the brightness. I haven't used any computer animation or anything. So I went and took all the shadows, eliminated them, the brightness all the way up. That's all I've done so far. Okay. And when you look at it, you can see before this lightning sprite shoots down, if you don't know what they are, it's basically this burst of electric energy that shoots down. Out of what you will see is a barrier. And the reason this stuff came back to my memory in the first place is because I was reading the book of Enoch, which literally tells us that sometimes the stars can rise up and make lightning, but they don't lose their form. It sounds crazy. And this is when I was real skeptical of Enoch and not really knowing about the prophecies of the Messiah and all the different things that had to do with it. But I was interested in the biblical earth model, and so I thought about this footage. I went back to it, and I did what I'm doing now. I adjusted the brightness. I slowed it down. And man, I got emotional seeing this stuff for the first time, knowing about the firmament above us, seeing that barrier. It just, man, I was like, I have to share this instantly. So I made a video, shared it, and I asked that the Father would just allow it to be seen by people. And it was going viral. It was awesome. Had over 250,000 views. And then my brother texts me and says, hey man, your video's been taken down. And I was like, what? People were having testimony after testimony. I mean, I was just so emotional seeing the testimonies of people coming in when they were seeing this stuff, because they could see it. They have eyes to see now, and the Father's revealing this stuff to us. As I'm upset about that, I realize that I need to modify the footage to where the internet wouldn't recognize it. So I tried to flip everything, crop it a certain way, and take away their sound, their original audio, because I had their narrations of it initially. So I did all that, and the footage stayed up. It never did get the steam that it had the first time, but the footage stayed up. And then a few years down the road, our video pops back up. It comes back, and it's visible. And I was confused. I was like, how did somebody just comment on my Firmament video? It's been taken down. Well, it was back up. And the original video in the description, somebody told me it was gone. So I click on the original storm chasing video, and Nova had deleted it. Very interesting, considering what it has in it and how historic it is and how much money they spent doing this, risking their lives going above a storm. But here you go. You have literally right here, before that sprite shoots out, and you can hear boom. Oh my goodness, thunder just really shook the house where I'm at. Lightning striking. Ooh, house is shaking. But right here, as you can see, a wave is going to move across the firmament, the barrier above us. They're pointing it up. They're saying that this is about 60 miles high. I think it's higher than that. That was their guesstimation. I don't know how they got those numbers. This is slow motion, slowing it way down. Again, these things are fast. But there should not be a ripple or a wave moving across the barrier. Okay? And how I'm seeing this is I've got the brightness all the way up. If you're not familiar with iMovie, it lets you adjust the brightness. I got the brightness all the way maxed out and shadows removed. So you can see this going on right here. Boom. And then what happens? Lightning sprites shoot out. You could also see stars twinkling. Look up above the sprite to the top, like kind of on the right. You see that little blinking light right there? The stars, like it says in Enoch, rising up to become lightning. You'll notice when you see this phenomenon, there's always those twinkling stars just blinking in. Just blink, blink right there. So cool. Everywhere, like fireworks. You can see them. Our firmament has some really cool properties. Electromagnetic properties, electric properties. I mean, it's phenomenal. The greatest structure out there, or up there, literally. Here it is again, and another one. Look at that wave. I'm going to brighten this for you. So you go to the brightness. I think this is brightness. No, it's contrast. Highlights. Brightness. There you go. All the way up. I think this is shadows. Is it? Let's see. Here you go. So brightness all the way up. Remove the shadows. Here you go. No denying that's a wave. Boom. And no denying that is shooting out of something. When my dad first saw this, he said, "You're just showing me fireworks shooting out of water." He thought I was pulling one over on him, or I'd been deceived into seeing this stuff from some fake video. But no, this is not fireworks shooting out of water. This is an electric explosion coming out of the firmament. Again, there's that ripple. You'll see this ripple. It's very common. Boom. When they're trying to describe it, they really had no clue what they were looking at because they didn't know about the firmament. Science makes a lot more sense when you know the truth. There it is again. Huge, powerful explosions. They say these are responsible for the lightning that takes out trees and things like that. Here's a better one. This was the one that really opened my eyes because you don't need brightness adjusted to see it. I'll do that so you can see it better. But here it is. Turn that brightness all the way up. See what happens. I don't want to make it too hard to see. Look at that. Wow. It's not hidden too long. There's the firmament right there. And as you can see, this black line right here, just so you get a point of reference, this is the top of the clouds. This is like the little hot spot from the light right here on top, above the clouds coming down, the little spotlight this thing is making. This is the clouds, which are about 14 miles. This is about 60 miles. So imagine how massive this thing is right here coming out of the firmament. Those things, way bigger than skyscrapers. Huge. That's why the thunder echoes off the firmament. Ba-boom. There it is. And I found something else I wanted to share. This is something that I'd missed the first time. I zoomed way in on this. It's just one of those little blips in the sky. You could barely see it in their footage, so I zoomed in. But look, Boom, I'm going to point this out to you. Right there, that star, you can see it again. They blink off and on right before this happens. It's like they're communicating, charging something, and then fire. There it goes. So there's a little one. Again, this is far away from their camera. There's another one. But look at this. This one looks like it originates above the firmament and comes out. So you can see it's like darker on the top half, and like the lower half is shooting out, like you're seeing through the clear portion of the firmament. Because right there, that's where I would think the firmament is, where this stuff's coming out. And then this one, look at this. Boom. I don't know why they didn't extend that footage. Let me see if I can go a little further. Kind of cool. Yeah, and I apologize for the storm sounds. You can probably hear the rain coming down on the roof here. Just look at that. Powerful. Many miles away. It's like you're seeing above the firmament and right below it. Pretty cool. Historic footage again. This stuff needs to be shared far and wide. We're going to really be breaking this stuff down and looking at the true biblical creation with our classes coming up in August. I know you guys are excited, a lot of you. Our biggest course right now, as far as numbers, is Earth's Foundation. But the classes, essentially the way I have them, is to suit multiple age groups. And so you basically have two versions of the same class. Earth Science for about middle school to early elementary age students. Earth's Foundation is one of those that will be suitable for however you want to modify it. It can be used for younger people. My daughter's going to be in it. She's a second grader, but it's based on the 6th grade Earth Science standards. And so you can modify it, make it more rigorous, I guess, for the older students, or make it more simplistic for the younger ones. It's however you want to do it and differentiate it. It's up to you. But recommended for people around 5th, 6th grade, 7th grade. And again, it depends on where your child's at. They may be bored with what they're doing and ready to move on. And it'll restore the foundation and use the Father's truth as a guide for all of the instruction. And we're going to put the other beliefs and things to the test. All the other theories about the heliocentric model is going to be put to the test. We're not going to ignore that science. We're going to look at it very closely. And so that's Earth's Foundation. The one that's for older students, high school and beyond, is going to be called Firmamental Breakdown. At least that's what I'm calling it now. I may change the name. And so pretty much anyone high school and above, it's an advanced version of the Earth's Foundation course. It's going to be looking at a lot of the same things, but in greater detail, more advanced, and going to look a lot more at the history and probably the who they are aspect as well, because I think they're able to handle that more. I don't want to throw all the darkness in the faces of these children who don't really need to see just how evil everything is. I just want them to see how well the enemy can lie, and just be prepared to grow up in a world of lies and understand that the Father's truth is true no matter what. And so that is those two classes. And then we have the ones that destroy evolution and look at the complexity of life with our Intro to Intelligent Design, again, for approximately middle school aged students, but you can be a little younger. It's going to be looking at intelligent design and replace the life science class that has all the evolution stuff in there that makes everything seem so random and as if we have everything figured out. Doesn't really give a good enough intro to the intelligent design. So we're going to do that, destroy evolution, with that class, and with our more advanced version, biological design. So we're going to have that one breaking down the biology, all the history of the stuff that looks at how old the Earth is, the evolution nonsense and everything. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. That's with Creation Standard. We're doing that next year full time. If you haven't heard about it, check it out, creationstandard.com. The website is up and running. It's being improved daily. I'm still working on it, but you can register now. All that stuff's on the website. And man, I'm so excited about it. I'm going to talk about it with every video. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to, just to get the excitement out and to make sure we have enough people to do it full time and not have to take out another job. Because that's my goal. That's why I'm stepping back for the first time in 16 years from public school education. It's not because I'm brave. It's because the Father is bringing me out of Babylon, so to speak, and allowing me to pursue something that's been on my heart for a couple years now. And I think it's prime time to do it. I know the economy's bad, everything's seeming all doom and gloom like lately, but I believe the Father will provide, and this will bless so many people. It's something that I think will, of course, obviously have an eternal impact for the people involved. And so if you're on the fence about it, try it for a month. You don't have to keep doing it. You can try it for a month, and if it's a major blessing, keep doing it. If you don't like it, you don't have to keep doing it. But, try it for a month. For those of you who have said you need help with the cost, I'm still trying to fundraise for that. If you want to make donations, you can make those on the website. Just go to Support CS. It's at the top and the bottom of our website page. You can just scroll up or scroll down, find it, click it. You can support us monthly or just one time. It's up to you guys. A few options there. But I wanted to share this again. It's just something that I feel deserves more inspection. It deserves more acknowledgement, and it needs to be replicated. We need to have people in the community with planes and fancy cameras putting together a fun trip. Just fly above the storm and risk your life. No, I'm just kidding. The Father, I feel, would really bless something like that if we could get up there and film that. This is something he loves for people to see. It brings more glory to him. It lets people know how close he is, and just to see the truth that's been hidden right in front of our faces our entire lives. We've been looking at it. We've been told to look at it and be obsessed with what's up there and wonder about deep space and all of the things they've been pulling off with these missions named after false gods year after year. And it's just a blessing to be seeing it, no matter how laughed at we are by the world. This stuff brings us great peace. And I just saw a Facebook post today, this lady, it was one of those promoted ads and videos where it's like, why I fear flat earth or something along those lines. Like, it's scary. She's afraid of it. Like, it's so dangerous. And of course I go on there and I see a bunch of you truth soldiers in the comments just going to work. I love it. Sharing links, sharing memes. And you guys are my favorite people. I mean, a blessing to be around. Oh, we have a meetup on the 27th. I'm glad I thought about that. We have a meetup May. We have a meetup May 27th, and it's in Appleton, Tennessee. I'll put the address in the description so you can find it. And you could also find our email and email us if you want more information. But it's going to be the 27th in Appleton, Tennessee at the address listed below in the description. And I'll put it in the comments. But the meetup will be starting at 12 noon Eastern Time. It's near Northwest Georgia, but it is in Tennessee. We live in Northwest Georgia, but we're going to cross the state line. We had to find a place. The voting precincts we usually use are just shut down, and they won't be available till July, and I just don't want to wait that long. I feel like it's been forever since we've seen everybody, so this will be a good chance to reunite and have our union before the ultimate and final reunion where we all get to meet for one last final time and stay together for eternity. And so as we're preparing for that, it's good to stay in fellowship, connect, see each other, build each other up, because this is tough times to be alive, but also exciting times. And it's just a great blessing to have you all on this journey with us. So anyways, that's all I had. I wanted to pass this along and share our Firmament playlist with you guys so you can find it and check out the videos. It's not just our videos. There's some really good videos by other people, and the cool thing is there was other people seeing this stuff. I think Flatwater Flat Earth was seeing this like the exact same time we were and putting out videos about it, and I had no clue. And that guy has some phenomenal work too. So, oops, there you go. My disk space is almost full. It means I need to stop recording. But we'll see you guys around real soon. We love you. The Father loves you. Stay awesome. Stay humble.